All right, so for this week, like I mentioned before, we're going to talk about where to find a job. Last week was where to or job hunt. This week it's where to find a job. So I'm going to, oops, do this. There we go. Where to find a job, the power of networking. So see how they have this picture of this person, and then there's all these little kind of webs out here. Think of that as networking. And we're going to go into detail about what networking is. So when people are job searching, they would use, here's a graph to show the percentage of different tools or means for people to find a job. So in the blue, this is networking. And again, I told you that's what we're going to talk about in a little bit. So 63% of the time, networking is used as a source to find a job. The wanted ads, that's like in a newspaper, which I haven't used one of those to find a job for a while, but I've also had this job for a while. So, but wanted ads, so it could be newspapers, it could be like on LinkedIn or Indeed. There's jobs posted, Monster probably.com, I think, monster.com. They might have jobs posted, but that's through want ads or that's saying they have jobs posted. That's in the orange, that is 14%. Private job agencies, and that's in the gray, that's 12%. People use agencies, companies to help them. The yellow, job fairs and public agencies, so that's 11%. So the majority, if you see, is blue, which is networking. That's the biggest source to find a job. And it will be like when we think of this, which networking, we're going to tell you a little bit, but that means like you're using your connections with other people and your relationships with other people to find or create jobs. So like maybe you have a friend that's like, oh, the friend works at Aldi, and they come to you and they say, hey, Aldi's hiring cart pushers or cashiers, which now you know about that job. So now you could go apply for that job if that was sounded interesting to you. Which job hunting method should you use? Well, which one of these do you want to use? Public agency and job fairs, that's where you go to a place and a lot of people are like have tables up and say, hey, here's some job positions we have open and things like that. You know, private agencies want ads, looking up at like, you know, posted jobs and networking. So which one of these jobs should you use? There's several methods, so you can use all of those different methods and resources at once. You don't have to say, oh, I'm going to strictly find a job through job fairs, or I'm going to strictly find a job for jobs that are posted, or things like that. So you can use all these in combination with each other. So you want to cast a wide job hunting net to increase your chances. The more that you utilize all these different outlets, the more opportunities you could possibly have to have that job opening opportunity. A common mistake is that some people only use one resource. So I'm looking for a job and I'm only just going to wait to hear from my friends what jobs they know that are open. That is a mistake. Do not do that. What is networking? So this is what I was talking about. Networking is connecting with other people and sharing your desire to find a job and other interests. So more than half of all jobs are obtained through networking channels. 80% of available job positions are never advertised. So if there's like even a job posting here at North Central, I might say, hey, so-and-so, there's a job posted here. And then maybe that job will get filled quicker and may not have to be advertised if it's filled, which actually that's not a great example, but yes, 80% of jobs may not ever need to be advertised because somebody knows somebody that can do that job. How does a person create a network? So you want to first talk with the people you know, like you have friends, families, relatives, teachers, community leaders, and neighbors. You can talk about your job or career interests. So you could go up to your neighbor, or maybe you're outside and you're just chit-chatting and one conversation leads to another and you say, oh yes, I'm looking for a job. I'd really like to, stock shelves. That's the type of thing I would like to do, or I would like to load trucks at UPS or do that type of thing. And they may know people that have openings. Another thing is to join clubs, be part of an organization, find and connect with mentors and volunteers. So that's another way. So this is why this image right here is like people connecting with other people. When should you start networking? It is never too early to start. So I would say as a young adult, in high school, transition IEPs, like we've talked about before, start at 14. I think starting at 14, you should start, paying attention to who you can use as somebody to go to for job information, or see what jobs people do. And if you start to see like, oh, well, my neighbor has this job and I really like that. So maybe, just start thinking about the type of people, the type of jobs they have, because those people have connections within those jobs. Networking is a continuous process. The opposite of networking is not working. Oh, okay. So yeah, if you're not networking, you're not working. Okay, what are other job hunting sources? So like we said, in that little graph up above, there's the help wanted ads, like on Monster. Right here they have Monster. Job fairs, internet job sites, companies and organization homepages, private employment agencies, community job search and career centers. So a lot of these, like Kelly Services is a employment temp agency. So they'll find people temporary work, and hopefully that will lead into a permanent position. If you are connected to vocational rehabilitation, you might not be doing most of this type of work. You might just be, they might be doing more of the searching for you, but I think it's very important that you know how the process is and where to find jobs and how to do it. So, help wanted ads. Job openings are listed in the classified section of most newspapers. The weekend edition of the newspapers tend to have the more current and largest listing of job positions. This I would say is very rare, even though they have I think it was 11% up at the top on our graphic up there, the chart. Companies, organization, government, jobs, home pages. Many companies list employment opportunities on their homepage website. Search by company, location, or job title to find the many sites available to you. Most government agencies also have a homepage with a job listing link and page. So job fairs, a job fair, also known as career fair, is a recruiting event where job seekers meet with multiple employers. Attending a career fair allows job seekers to meet with a variety of employers at one location. Now, if you do attend a job fair, I would suggest that you bring like any information that you would need to apply to a job, because you might be able to apply to a job. I know when I was about to graduate to become a teacher, I went to a job fair and I had to bring my resume, and I actually, some of the schools that I met with, they actually they don't give you an interview, but they ask a lot about you. So I would just be prepared and to applying for a job then. I don't remember if I read this one, but private employment agencies, these are commonly known as staffing agencies. Though some may focus on finding temporary positions, increasingly they are placing people in permanent positions. Internet job sites. So internet job sites are increasing in popularity. Some of the more popular sites are careerbuilder.com and monster.com. Even Indeed and LinkedIn, those are good ones too, but these two, CareerBuilder and Monster, are really good places to start. Community job search and career centers. These are local government agencies that assist in matching employees with employers. Most centers offer job search assistance, use of computers, and other needed job search resources. So things like the One Stop Career, I think there's a One Stop, I think that's what it's called. So anyways, those are different outlets to find jobs. Final thought. To successfully find a job, you will need to create a job hunting plan and use several different resources to look for a job. Remember, a job will not come walking through your front door. You must work hard and be persistent to find employment. And that's even if you are going to use an agency like vocational rehabilitation. That is like, that takes some time to fill out the application, take the intake, meet with the counselors. That's going to take hard work too. Just because you are enrolled in VR doesn't mean everything's automatically easy and somebody's going to do the work for you. You're going to still have to do work. So work hard and be persistent to find employment. And we are going to carry on with the rest of this. This was the introduction. And there is a survey. There's one question I've asked you, and it says, oh, I'm sorry, 2 questions. 3 questions. I'm sorry. I forgot about this. Have you ever tried searching for a job? Yes or no? Question 2, what is networking? And question 3, have you ever filled out an application? Yes or no? Submit the quiz, and then you can move on to another assignment. Okay. Please let me know always if you have questions or need help.